This is the WP Week podcast, powered by ProfilePress 20i and WP Job Openings. This week in WordPress, there's a lot unfolding. Between critical bugs, behind-the-scenes legal moves, and fresh waves of updates, the ecosystem is anything but quiet. ProfilePress lets you sell subscriptions, digital downloads, courses, and restrict content with Stripe and PayPal integrations. Looking for better hosting? Upgrade to auto-scaling WordPress hosting from 20i for always-on, always-fast performance you'll fall in love with. See the difference and get your first month for only $1. And WP Job Openings is the easiest way to set up a professional career page and start accepting applications in just minutes. This week, there's one story that really stands out, and if you run a WooCommerce store, you might want to pay close attention. CyberWiger has uncovered 4 critical bugs in WooCommerce Subscriptions that can quietly mess with your revenue. These bugs can switch subscriptions from automatic to manual without any clear warning. This means renewal payments are never attempted and customers don't even get renewal emails. Subscriptions just drift into on-hold status silently. Based on his findings, this could have affected around 7% of subscriptions created over several years. And to put real numbers behind that, Adam Preiser shared data from one of their smaller stores, showing 37,000 lost annually, with an estimated total loss of around 100,000. That's not a rounding error, that's serious money slipping through the cracks. Moving into broader WordPress updates, there's a big quality of life improvement for contributors. The new WordPress Core Dev Environment Toolkit has been launched. It's especially relevant for contributor days, where people often spend more time configuring their environment than actually contributing. This should remove a major barrier to entry. On the AI front, Destiny Cano has introduced a set of AI-powered prompts along with a Claude plugin. This is aimed at helping contributors create WordPress learning materials faster and more consistently. The idea here isn't to replace human input, but to position AI as a co-creator for things like courses, workshops, and slide decks. The 2026 global partners have also been announced, with Automatic Woo and Hostinger stepping in to support WordCamps, meetups, and community programs worldwide. Their funding will cover essential operational costs like venues, AV, insurance, and meetup infrastructure, which keeps the community engine running. Matt Mullenweg is also looking to streamline workflows on WordPress.org by asking the community to highlight manual tasks that could be automated. It's a simple ask, but one that could have a meaningful impact if the right processes get optimized. The WordPress AI plugin has reached version 0.7.0, bringing in a new content classification experiment, meta description generation, bulk alt text generation, and several other improvements. Meanwhile, the 2027 theme team has been announced, with Henrique Yamarino as lead designer, joined by co-leads Maggie Cabrera and Carolina Neimark, and Juanfra Aldesoro as lead mentor. On the legal front, things continue to heat up between Automatic and WP Engine. Automatic has filed a motion to compel 2 senior Silver Lake executives to produce documents, arguing they play a central role in WP Engine's strategy and finances. The claim is that Silver Lake effectively controls WP Engine and that key documents aren't being properly disclosed. At the same time, WP Engine is pushing for a sworn declaration from Matt Mullenweg regarding missing messages from WhatsApp, Signal, and Telegram. Security-wise, there's an actively exploited vulnerability in the Ninja Forms file upload plugin. It allows unauthenticated attackers to upload malicious files and potentially achieve remote code execution. Users are strongly advised to update to version 3.3.27 immediately. And zooming out, the WordFence intelligence report for early April logged 154 vulnerabilities across 118 plugins and 23 themes. WooCommerce 10.7 has been released with performance improvements, better analytics, accessibility fixes, and stronger store API and checkout stability. There are also enhancements to the experimental email editor and additional security hardening. Outside the WordPress bubble, there's a notable supply chain attack involving Vercel. A compromised context AI employee account eventually led to a breach of a Vercel employee's workspace, with user data now reportedly being sold on breach forums for $2 million. And Cloudflare has launched Cloudflare Mesh, a private networking system designed to securely connect humans and AI agents to internal resources like APIs and databases. In the community space, a discussion kicked off by Matt Mullenweg around a Yoast dashboard pop-up has sparked a debate. The pop-up in question creates redirects when a post URL changes. Some community members argue that WordPress core's redirect handling is incomplete, lacking visibility and editing tools, while others pointed out that the Yoast implementation being discussed is actually part of its premium feature set. There's also been criticism around how plugins surface these features, sometimes making it hard to distinguish what's native versus what's added. WP Engine has released its AI Agency Trends report, showing that 63% of agencies are investing in AI tools, and 72% are already adapting their development workflows. Cloudflare and GoDaddy have partnered to support what they're calling an open agentic web. This includes integrating AI crawl control into GoDaddy's hosting platform and promoting standards like agent name service and WebBot auth. Servebolt and CrowdFavorite have launched the Evergreen platform, combining infrastructure with platform strategy to help enterprises manage complex WordPress environments and reduce technical debt. Modular DS has picked up the Startup Leon 2026 award, recognizing its growth and innovation in SaaS. There's also a new free course from WordPress.com on building a WooCommerce store. It covers everything from setup to payments, shipping, taxes, and order management. Birgit Polyhawk has shared full workshop resources from WordCamp Asia 2026, including a block theme reference, demo content, and setup instructions using WordPress Studio or Playground. On the business side, Michael B. has flagged a noticeable drop in plugin sales this April, reporting he's only hit about 25% of his usual revenue halfway through the month. Renewals are helping slightly, but it could still shape up to be his worst month so far. Danny Van Kooten shared a simple but effective tactic to block bots by adding a 2.5-second delay to WordPress login pages. This significantly reduces automated login attempts. Brian Cords is exploring AI-native content modeling for WordPress, rethinking how content types could evolve beyond legacy plugin structures. Jonathan Bossinger is pushing back on the idea that collaborative editing isn't necessary, arguing that in real-world workflows, simultaneous editing is often essential. Sumit Singh has received the Yoast Care Fund for his contributions to the community. FluentCart reported a strong Kun with over 1,500 commits and major feature rollouts, including a visual email builder and SKU-based inventory. Themify has introduced style variables for consistent design control across sites. Tutor LMS 4.0 Beta 2 brings new quiz features and improvements. While ActivityLog Pro, Fluent Affiliate, and Cloudaberative Editing have all shipped notable updates. There are also improvements to the cover block parallax feature, and Structure is preparing to roll out AI-powered block customization. Steve Burge highlighted ongoing media library improvements targeted for WordPress 7.1, including HEIC and Ultra HDR support. Jeff Chandler pointed out that featured and recommended plugins appear identical on fresh installs, raising questions about curation. Michelle Frechette has launched an online lunch and learn initiative offering live remote sessions. The 2026 AI Index report confirms what many are already seeing: rapid acceleration in AI capabilities, adoption, and global competition, alongside growing concerns around safety and access. Rounding things off with new projects, there's a strong wave of tools focused on performance, automation, and AI. Make WordPress Fast Again is a new performance lab by Mark and Dudek, focused on diagnosing back-end bottlenecks like database queries, autoload bloat, and PHP inefficiencies. Gravity Merge, developed by Richard Best, is a 5-plugin suite built around Gravity Forms that automates document creation. It can generate structured Word files from form submissions and even includes AI-powered tools for building templates and reports. Lean Plugin by Razvan Koshokariu gives both users and developers a way to measure the performance impact of plugins, helping identify what's slowing a site down. Well-Played WordPress Plugins, a project by Marcus Burnett, introduces a bundled model where you get access to over 20 plugins under a single subscription. Principal WP, launched by Stéphane J.P.M. Boisvert, is a consulting initiative aimed at helping enterprise teams move from individual AI usage to organization-wide adoption. Optrion by Kazuto Takeshita focuses on cleaning up orphaned WP Pi options data, letting users track, score, quarantine, and remove unused entries. Serve Markdown, developed by AZ, allows sites to serve Markdown versions of content specifically for AI agents and crawlers. Turn Off AI Features by Deepak Gupta does exactly what it says, giving users a simple way to disable AI functionality in WordPress without touching code. Kinsu AI introduces a vibe coding approach, letting users modify their existing WordPress sites using natural language prompts. Context and Authority Toolkit from Matt Cromwell automatically links glossary terms with tooltips and adds SEO-friendly schema, building on the original WordPress.org glossary plugin. Media Library Manager by Bhargav helps identify and remove duplicate files from the media library, which can quickly get messy on larger sites. WP REST AP Playground, created by Chandra, makes it easier to test and explore the WordPress REST API directly from the front end. WP Career Board is a modern job board plugin built using Gutenberg blocks and the Interactivity API with no reliance on shortcodes or jQuery. Template Jump by Jason Cosper adds a simple but useful edit template link to the admin bar for block themes. QueryForge is a visual, node-based query builder that works with both Gutenberg and Elementor, making complex queries more accessible. WP-Rank, this is a SaaS tool designed for plugin developers, offering keyword tracking, competitor analysis, and insights to improve visibility in the plugin directory. And finally, Site Audit Snapshot by Rafi Ebro generates a full site audit covering everything from plugins and themes to server details and security, with options to export or share the report. That wraps up this week's Roundup, packed with releases, milestones, new tools, and plenty of movement across the ecosystem. Thanks for listening to the WP Week podcast, sponsored by Profile Press, 20i, and WP Job Openings. We'll catch you next week with more stories from the world of WordPress.